Lesson 2-3, Multiply Whole Numbers. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to multiply with zeros in one or more whole number factors. Let's take a look at 620 times 370, which equals n. We're going to first estimate, so that way we can check our answer against it later. So 620 we would estimate to being 600 times 370, we're going to estimate to be 400, which is going to equal 240,000. Now we can take that answer and check it against our product later. Okay, now we will actually multiply the number out. I first start right here with the 0, and that would equal 0, 0, 0. I put down my placeholder 0. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 7 is 14, and 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 equals 7. I need to put down 2 placeholders because now I'm multiplying by my hundreds spot here. So I need to have 2 zeros because that's the hundred spot. So now I have 6, and I'm multiplying by the 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. Cross that one off. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 1 is 43. Carry the 4. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 4 equals 22. Now, one of the most important things when you're multiplying is to make sure that you are keeping each of these place values lined up with like place values. Here I have all of my ones place, my tens, my hundreds, and so on. You must keep these lined up so when you add them, you're adding the correct numbers together. So now as I add them all up, I get 0, 4, 6, 10, 3, 2. Put in my commas. So I have 230,640. I can compare that up here to my estimate of 240,000, and I see those are very close. So this likely is the correct answer. There is a short way to doing this multiplication, and that would be by not multiplying by the 0. In order to do this, you must keep the products correctly aligned by place value. So I'm not going to multiply by the 0 and instead start multiplying by this 2. I need, though, to put in my placeholder because I'm now multiplying by the tens place. So I need to put in my 0 to show I'm multiplying now by the tens place. So 2 times 2 is 4, and then I just multiply like I normally would. 2 times 7 is 14, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Now I put down 2 zeros because I'm multiplying by the hundreds place now. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry this 1. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 1 is 43. Carry this 4. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 4 equals 22. Then I add these together, and I have 0, 4, 6, 10, 3, 2, which is the same answer that I got before. One way to check this would be I've switched the factors around, and now I multiply it again just as I would and see if I get the same product. So I'm going to start here with my ones place. 2 times 0 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 6 is 12. Put down a 0 since now I'm multiplying in the tens place. 7 times 0 is 0, 2 times 7 is 14. Carry the 1. 7 times 6 is 42, plus 1 is 43. Put down 2 zeros since I'm now multiplying by the hundreds place. 3 times 0 is 0, 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 6 equals 18. And then I'm going to add all of those up, and I get 230,642, which is the same as I got when I multiplied them with the numbers on the other way. Another way to multiply larger numbers is to use the distributive property. In the example 902 times 41,736, we would first need to write 902 in expanded form. So we would write it as 900 plus 2 times 41,736. So after we've written that in scientific or in expanded form, we would next need to distribute this 900 and this 2 both to the 41,736. When you're using the distributive property, you are distributing the numbers to each other. So we would write 900 times 41,736 plus 2 times 41,736. Now I'm going to multiply 900 times 41,736. I'm going to multiply the short way and only put down the 2 zeros to show that I'm now multiplying by the hundreds place. So now all that's left is to multiply the 9 by the 41,736. And when I do that, I get 37,562,400. Now I need to multiply the 41,736 by 2. And when I do that, I get 83,472. Now, since I added both of these, since this is the distributive property and I'm adding these two products together, I must add now these two products together in order to get my answer. So I've lined them up right here, and now I'm going to add them up. 2, 7, 8, 5, 4, 6, 7, that looked like a 7 and a 6, and 3. So my final answer is 37,645,872. Let's try one more using the distributive property. So first I need to expand out 506 into expanded form. So that's going to be 500 plus 6, and I put that in parentheses, times 831. Now I'm going to distribute this 500 and the 6, both of them, to the 831. So I will now have 500 times 831 plus 6 times 831. Remember, with the distributive property, you're distributing the number. So now all that's left is for me to do my multiplication. So I have 831 times 500. Remember, I don't need to multiply it by all those zeros. I can put them down here and then just do my multiplication. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry the 1. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 1 equals 41. So now I have 415,500, and then I need to multiply 831 times 6. So 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Carry the 1. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 1 is 49. So I have 4,986. Now I need to add these two products together in order to get the answer to this original multiplication problem of 506 times 831. So I'm going to just line those up right here. 4, 9, 8, 6, and add them together. 6, 8, 14, 10, 2, 4. So my final answer is 420,486. Now you're ready for today's lesson. If you need to review any part of this video, go ahead and rewind it and pause and take notes as you need. Good luck!